Good morning, dear children of class 9. I hope you all are fine. Today we will discuss about factorization using difference of two squares, and this is type 3. You have already seen type 1 and type 2 in the last two videos. So let us see difference of two squares. Now here we shall use the identity a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. So I hope you all know that a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. So using this identity we will see some sums. Let us see the examples. Now here in the first example we have 150 minus 6a square. Now if I see carefully, I have two terms, 150 and minus 6a square. So if I take the HCF, I will get 6. So you will write equals to 6, you will open a bracket and you will divide 150 by 6, you will get 25, then minus sign, then 6a square divided by 6 is giving me a square. Close the bracket. Now in the next step, 6 you will write 25, write it as 5 square minus then this a square. Now 5 square minus a square is in this form, a square minus b square. So we will write it as 6 into 5 plus a into 5 minus a. Now you have to write the reason in the form of this identity. You have to give the reason for all the sums. This is very important. Now see the second example. Now in the second example, if we look at the two terms, we see that 3 is the highest common factor. So you open curly bracket, you divide 108a square by 3, we get 36a square, then put this minus sign. Then this second term, 3 into b minus c whole square, we divide it by 3, we get b minus c whole square, then close the curly bracket. Come to the next step, 3 into, now 36a square we can write it as 6a whole square, then minus sign, and then b minus c whole square, close this curly bracket. Now see 3 into 6a plus in circular bracket b minus c, close this curly bracket, then open the curly bracket, 6a minus, again in circular bracket we have b minus c, close this curly bracket. Again give the reason, because reason is very important. So 3 into, we get 6a plus b minus c, and 6a minus b, and here minus into minus will become plus, so plus c, and close this bracket. Now here lies the importance of this circular bracket. If you don't put the bracket, we may make a mistake here in changing this sign, because minus into minus will become plus. So be careful when you are doing this type of sum. Now let us see another examples. So here we have x cube minus 5x square minus x plus 5. So if you see the first two terms, we have x square common. So you will take x square common. In bracket I divide x cube by x square, I get x, minus then this term I divide by x square, I get 5. Close the bracket, then minus sign. Then again in these two terms we have 1 common, so I have taken 1 common. In bracket x minus 5. Close this bracket. Now here see x minus 5 into x square minus 1. How this has happened? We have taken x minus 5 common from these two terms. This is one term, this is another term. From these two terms I have taken x minus 5 common. So we are left with x square minus 1. Now x square minus 1, again we can write it as difference of two squares. So x minus 5 into x plus 1 into x minus 1. And you must give the reason. A square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. See the last example here. If I take the first three terms, x square minus 2xy plus y square, it is the expansion of x minus y whole square. And here I have taken minus sign common. In bracket we have written a square plus 2ab plus b square. Since we have taken minus common, so inside the bracket the sign of the terms are changing. So here we write it as x minus y whole square minus a plus b whole square. Now see, you have to write it as difference of two squares. So x minus y plus a plus b, and here again in the second curly brackets x minus y minus a plus b. Because a plus b is a binomial, we have to put this circular bracket before this minus sign. Now when you open the bracket, it is c x minus y plus a plus b, and here again we have removed the curly brackets x minus y minus a minus b. In this way you can go through some more examples which are given in the book. It will help you before you start the exercise. So first you go through all the examples and then you can practice the sums of exercise 4.3 from the textbook Understanding ICSE Mathematics, book 9 by M.L. Agarwal. I hope this video will help you. Thank you.